What's up, everyone? Thralls Metal here once again. I'm Necrotic Nick, and I have a collection update for you. Still battling this cold, but getting better. Fucking getting sick sucks. Oh well. But still had plenty of time to jam a lot of music while I was laid up with a fever and runny nose and all that bullshit. So let's get into it. Marthe Red Sky, The Task Eternal. This came out on Listenable Records. This is a stoner metal band based out of France. Not too dissimilar from a band like Monolord, except these guys get more into the atmospheric, almost alternative sounds in here. There's definitely some 90s-esque moments on here, kind of similar to the Melvins a bit. The vocals on here are a little too kind of light and airy. They could use a little bit of heft in some parts, but overall this is a pretty solid album. It's not as chuggy as a lot of stoner metal bands, again, like Monolord. But this is a really good listen. This is the second release I've ever got from these guys, and we're going to have to get some more because I like a good chunk of this. Most of my issues are probably with the vocals on here, but yeah, this is a solid listen. If you love stoner metal, you'd probably dig this. Profanatica, Rotting Incarnation of God. Believe it or not, this is the first time I've ever picked up anything by Profanatica. These guys are a really early blackened death metal band, former members of Incantation in here, and you can definitely tell in the sound there's definitely a lot of those Incantation-like moments on here, except steeped in black metal. Pretty interesting listen. It has some really good parts in it, but man, it gets really static. It really sticks to these very similar blast beats for almost every song, so it kind of gets a little stagnant, after a while. Like, you start to feel like you've heard everything they've had to offer. There's some really cool doomy breakdowns on here that I thought were really good. There's some great song titles on here too, like Sacramental Come. That's pretty fucking awesomely blasphemous. Not a bad release. I don't know, I need to get some more of their stuff, maybe check out some of their earlier stuff, but yeah, it just gets a little repetitive on here, but all in all, the sound is pretty solid, and definitely want to check out more by them. Check it out. Toothgrinder I. Man, I used to like this band. I love their first album, Nocturnal Masquerade. I thought it was a really good kind of hardcore, metalcore, maybe a touch of new metal in there. But it kind of reminded me of like Vision of Disorder and that sort of thing. I thought it was really good, really fresh. And then the next album, Phantom of War, definitely favored more the new metal, more radio rock. There were still some good songs on it. This one, I just don't like at all. This is watered down new metal, loaded with just generic lyrics, platitudes abound. The songs just feel flat. There's no impact to any of this. I don't know what the hell happened with this band, but they need to get some energy again because this is just really dull. I really wish there were some nice things I could say about this album, but there isn't. This is bordering just on bland radio rock that you'd hear, mid-2000s. It's not good. But, form your own opinions. Check it out. I didn't like it, though. Vacant, Coffin, Sewer Skullpture. Now, this album originally came out in 2008. I forget what label that originally came out on, but this is out on Self-Made God, and this is awesome Finnish death grind. I really, really dig this. Now, this also includes their original demo, which their original demos on this sound really good, too. Minus the vocals, maybe, because they used some extra effects to make them sound extra gurgly when it really was needed. The vocals were solid on this. There's plenty of stuff in here that reminds me of, like, early Carcass, Dismember with a more punk sound to it overall. This is just a lot of fun. And the song titles are great. You can clearly tell they're not super serious. When you got songs in here like Poser, Crushing Crusade, you know they're not necessarily that serious about all this stuff. They died hungry, they came back starving. A lot of fun horror tropes are out here, but the music is solid. The songs are short, bombastic, full of energy. I absolutely love this. I'm hoping this is going to be them reuniting because I guess it said they were on hiatus on their Encyclopedia Metal and profile. But yeah, this is killer. This is great stuff. Definitely check this out. Workshed, self-titled. This is a band that was formed by ex-members of Cathedral. I believe the guitarist and the drummer are the ex-members. There's also a former member of Fireball Ministry on here too. This is kind of just sludge metal, sludge rock, a little bit of doom in there too, and punk too. It's kind of an odd mix. The guitar tone in here is absolutely massive. It's almost kind of a buzzsaw tone, which I generally love that shit. The vocals are very straightforward on this, kind of like Tom Gabriel from Celtic Frost. That's more of just a rhythmic shout, actually. But unfortunately, I found the songs to be just kind of dull, and sometimes they're overly long on here, and there's not a lot of movements in it. It's very meat and potatoes, so they just come off overly long rather than moving into cool parts and shit. I'd still recommend checking it out. It's an interesting listen, and it's kind of an interesting style with all these different styles combined, but I don't know, execution really wasn't quite there for me, but still entertaining. Check it out. Murder Made God, Enslaved. This is a brutal death metal band / technical death metal band / modern death metal band, fucking death metal, whatever. They're from Greece. This came out on Comatose Music. Now, I put in their most recent one in another collection update, which now they're on Unique Leader. This is a really solid death metal band straight across. I really like this one actually a little bit more. I think this production's a little bit cleaner on here, and the vocals are notably deeper. It definitely appeals more to the brutal death metal side, even kind of close to maybe like a band like Hideous Divinity or Hour of Penance. Really solid drum work, very technical, lots of cool, chuggy, syncopated breakdowns on here. It definitely would appeal to fans of Aborted for sure. It's a solid listen. I definitely dug it, and I want to get their first album too. That one's going to be a little bit harder to find, I guess, but I'm going to see if I can find it for a decent price. But yeah, check this one out. I really dug this one. Exhumed, Garbage Days Re-Regurgitated. This was the only album I think I was missing from Exhumed in terms of studio releases, and this is a collection of covers they did a while ago. I believe the drummer on here only made this appearance in terms of being in Exhumed. But yeah, it's a real interesting mishmash of different covers. Like, I mean, you get, some more popular ones like Trapped Under Ice, or No Quarter, which I thought was really interesting, like a flat-out death metal version of Led Zeppelin. But you also get a lot of cool punk covers like Samhain, and they even throw in an Ambix cover, which that is such an odd band, but it's one of the best songs on here. The recording on this is real rough. This came out on Parasitic Twin Productions, which I know nothing about that label. This is the only time I think I've ever really heard of them. Oh, distributed for Relapse, though, at least. But yeah, it's a pretty decent cover album. It's just real rough recording, and it just feels like, like a little one-off thing they decided to do, and just like, hey, we'll just throw out a bunch of covers. And this was, I believe, the last album they put out until they reformed, because they broke up not too long after this, or even before this, and this was just sort of a posthumous release in terms of the band. And then they reformed in 2005, and, well, they're around, and they kick ass. But yeah, this is a pretty cool album. Definitely check it out. There's a lot of fun covers on here. Toxic Holocaust, Primal Future, 2019. This is quite a change for Toxic Holocaust. First off, they're on E1 now instead of Relapse, which explains why I couldn't find it on Relapse's site. This is some musical growth here. The songs on here are longer. There are more solos. There's more dynamics in the songs. They kind of stripped away a lot of the more punky thrash that Joel Grind does, and he just went for longer songs. A lot more melody on this, too. I was really surprised. The only complaint I can make is, while Joel Grind is an awesome writer, and really showing that off on here, he's not a great singer, and there's parts on here where better vocals could have lifted the song up even more. But all in all, I really don't have many complaints outside of that on this. The songwriting on here is fantastic. The production's great. It's very organic, but it sounds very well produced. Like, almost like this was jammed in the studio, but obviously it wasn't, because he's playing everything on here once again. Really good stuff. This is an interesting shift for Toxic Holocaust. I'm curious what future releases are going to sound like after this. Good shit. Nightfell, Darkness Evermore. After jamming Nightfell's most recent album, I had to get more of them, and these guys are incredible still. I gotta go back and get some more of their stuff. I think there's one other release. This is their second album, and it's just brilliant, blackened, death doom, death metal. The songwriting here is fantastic. They really know how to build in these moments, and lots of cool dynamics in it, beautiful melodies in here, but it stays heavy and crushing too. Like, this is absolutely amazing. This also came out on $20 Spin. I'm not sure if the first one did, but I'm definitely going to find it, because this band is incredible. I don't know if I like this more than their newest release. It might be about a tie, just because These are both incredible albums. If you've never jammed Nightfell, definitely check this band out. They're incredible. Check it out. Bloodred Thrones, Fit to Kill. So this came out on Mighty Music. This is the new album from Bloodred Thrones, and I was definitely awaiting this one because I love Bloodred Thrones. One of the best death metal bands that came out of Norway. And this one is another solid entry into their back catalog. The vocals are a little dull in this, I thought, but this pretty much brings all the hallmarks of Bloodred Thrones. Chuggy syncopated riffs, very thrashy, almost Floridian style death metal thrown in there too. There's a touch more melody on this, especially in the lead work. Some of it kind of reminded me more of Arch Enemy, actually. Production's a little more gritty on this one too. It's very similar to the last album they put out, but you know, I generally go back to Souls of Damnation, which is one of my favorites. But this is notably a bit gritty on here, and I kind of like that. Recommend Killing Machine 2 on here, which I don't, generally when I see a sequel to a song, like, what are we doing here? We're trying to ruin the original. They did a killer job in here. There's a lot of catchy hooks in this, and I really dug it. So yeah, Bloodred Thrones, definitely check them out. They're fucking awesome. And then finally something not very metal at all, but I had to get it. Sturgill Simpson, Sound and Fury. Now, a buddy of mine told me about this Sturgill Simpson Sound and Fury thing on Netflix, and I watched it, and not only was I blown away by the killer animation, which definitely check it out if you're a big anime fan or just love wild animation, I was blown away by the music. Now, this guy is a country artist, first and foremost, and listening to his earlier stuff, it's very apparent. He decided to do a crossover album that's more rock-oriented, and this stuff reminds me of, like, ZZ Top, ELO, The Cars, Robin Trower, and it's amazing. Like, it's flat out awesome. I absolutely love it. I love the mix of synths and guitars on this. Some really, really just unbelievably catchy songs in there. There's even some Queens of the Stone Age-esque stuff. A couple of songs are a little more country, which I didn't get into just because I'm not a country fan, but I absolutely love this. This is a really incredible album, and I'd love to hear him do more like this because I can't stop jamming it. It's incredible. Definitely check this out. It's a good listen. Check out the Netflix movie, too. It's wild. Alright, that is for another collection update. Gonna get back to some album reviews now that I'm feeling better. And, well, we're gonna get around to doing more discography rankings eventually. I'm gonna be on vacation for a little while in November, so there's gonna be a little bit of a lull for a week or so. And we'll be right back at it. So, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe, because we do shit like this all the time. Catch you guys later.